Okay, let's answer the direct indirect first. I should have done this with the last, if you watched 5, I didn't do this, and I should have. So I'm going to make sure I do it this time. So W ends up at E, P ends up at G, and J ends up at H. So if you look at that, that's yellow, orange, blue, yellow, blue, orange. So that is definitely indirect. So would it be direct? No, because the points are in the opposite order. Okay, and I leave my colors right on there to show that. Now, the only time they're in the opposite order like that is if it's a reflection. And I think that you probably can look at this and say, oh, yeah, that's a reflection. Now, where I figured out to highlight these points like this is I was doing a problem where I was trying to determine something like this. And I knew it was a reflection, but I was reflecting it over the wrong axis. And I could not figure out what was going on until I highlighted it like this. So the points that are switched are the orange and the blue. That means you need to reflect it over a line that switches those two, but doesn't switch the yellow and the orange position. All right. And this is how I figured out a problem. Like I said, I was doing a much, much harder one, and I could not figure out what's going on, what I was doing wrong, until I did this just out of chance. And I thought, oh, wait, this is the whole problem. So I need a line that's dead down the center that's going to switch those two things around. So if I look at this and try to get in the center, I believe that's the center right there. All right, let's see. Let's just look at the orange ones. So the orange points, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that line is right down the center, and it's down the center of the rest of them. So what I'm going to do is say reflection. And then I got to give this line a name. So reflection over. Now, hopefully you're like, well, wait, it's either y equals or it's x equals because it's one of those vertical or horizontal lines. All right, and here's the problem. A lot of times you're kind of guessing and you're not sure. If that's true, either put 2 or 3 points on there or imagine 2 or 3 points on there. And then ask yourself what coordinate stays the same, all right, between those points. This point here at the bottom is 2, -1. This point here is 2, 2. This point here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What coordinate stayed the same? The x coordinate. So it's reflection over x equals 2 because the x coordinate was always 2 in all of those points. I would say that this is probably the most challenging thing to have to do in this entire unit is pick out a reflection when it's not one of the axes. All right, so that's the best way to do it right there.